Hello! I would like to welcome you to the Laramy-K Optician Works Training Center, where we are in our dispensing series. Now, we've already done our store checklist, so the store looks great and people are coming in. We've done our frame wrap interview, so we have some frames on our board to sell. One more step before we start the hardcore customer optician interaction stuff, and that is, let's make sure that our dispensing table is ready to go. Welcome to the dispensing table. Now, as I mentioned, we've done our checklist, we have frames on the board, and now it's time to make sure we're ready for our customer. This is our customer. This is Kansi Sindit. She's going to be playing the role of customer. She is a friend and an actress for us, or actor, I guess is the correct term today. And Kansi, do you want to say anything to the folks out there?
I wear glasses all the time, and I just love fun frames, so it's always good to have someone show you fun things.
All right, good. We got some really cool, neat new stuff up on the board, and Kansi actually does wear Laramy-K products. She has Laramy-K lenses. I think I've made 4 or 5 pairs of glasses for you, including an office pair. So we're not making anything up here. This is all real. All right, and Kansi has a really tough job. Mostly she gets to sit there and listen to me talk to you. So what I'm going to do today is going to go from this end of the table to this end of the table and give you an idea of what you really want to have, maybe a little more or maybe a little less, before you ever sit down with a customer. Because here's the thing, and I'm going to keep saying this over and over again. Every time that I get up and I leave to get something, that's a loss of confidence for my customer. And after the 3rd or the 4th time that I get up and walk away and say, okay, that's when she starts thinking, maybe I should just go online and buy something. All right, not a good thing, folks. You want to present this as you are competent, you're ready, you're prepared. Okay? That's really, really important stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the drawers here, and let's see what we've got in the drawer number 1, shall we say. I've got my pupilometer. We've talked about using that before, and we'll get into that a whole lot more when we actually start doing measurements and how you use this, record this, talk about it, and make notes. I have got a reading card. Again, we'll dig into how you use that, especially if she's getting her first set of progressive lenses or checking on a new one. How we use our reading card and how we block out some stuff on our reading card. I've got a tray filled with cleaning cloths and some spares to give out to people. I think that covers that drawer. Not terribly exciting, was it? What's in drawer number 2? Now, I think you will find the next item that I pull out common to almost every dispensing drawer. Breath mints. Pretty important, all right? Let's talk about breath mints for a minute. Avoid spicy and garlicky and nasty foods for lunch, right? You're working with someone. Right now, we're in our comfort zone. In a few minutes, when we're actually thinking, I'm going to say she needs to pull in, and I'm going to get in, and we're going to get like really close to each other, all right? You don't want to be breathing on her with horrible breath, so don't do that. Be wary of it. Most people, most opticians, if you have a locker, will keep a toothbrush and toothpaste in there. If you do have something a little questionable for lunch, go give the teeth a scrub. While we're talking about that, I'm going to jump over here for a minute. This is the mirror, right? Yes. Use it for yourself sometimes, too. Before you sit down, before you do that interaction stuff, give yourself one of these, all right? It's really hard for your customer to concentrate on you when you're wearing part of your lunch in your beard or have like spinach stuck to your teeth, okay? So be wary, you're presenting yourself, you're representing all opticians out there. Let's see what else is in drawer number 2. I've got some AR pens. It's a good idea to have a bunch of those. Got a Sharpie, got a grease pencil, got a couple assorted ballpoints. We'll get to why in a moment. I think I'll leave one of those out, in fact. I've got a water-soluble pointy marker. And of course, what else would I have in here but a collection of PD sticks? I seem to have a spare case for some reason. And I have got my Hilco seg gauges, which we'll talk about how we use those sometimes for taking seg heights. On my tabletop, perhaps I would have had these in a drawer. If you're still using a hard copy, written up kind of thing, you want your pens handy. Again, you don't want to get up and walk away and say, oh, I've got my pen. You sure as heck don't want to have the white lab coat and the pocket protector, okay? Really bad idea. So you want your pens to be handy. If I was a hard copy store, I would be taking all my data down and talking with her while I'm doing that. If you are a tablet-based store, I would have my tablet. I'd be typing into this, taking all my information. They're talking my measurements, all that good stuff. It's a way of checking if a frame is in stock or not, if it comes in a different color or a different size. And of course, the other possibility would be if everything was computer-based, I'd have my computer. Generally, a lot of stores, of course, have the computer built into the station somewhere, so that you can do everything from there. You're never without, and you never have a battery issue either. Most people have a dispensing mat of some kind. This is just something I had given to me along the way. Sometimes it'll be an ad for a lens that you use, or a description of some kind, maybe a package deal or an ad, a weekly special or something. Do they serve a real purpose? Probably not, but it just seems like it's one of those things that everybody has. While we're right here, and I'm looking at my customer, let's see how far away, let's see how deep this desk is. Let's see here, it's about 24 inches, 2 feet. You would not want a table any deeper than this. I can't reach it. We're starting to get a little bit out of range here, all right? So 24 inches or less, if and when I am ready to take measurements, dot up, check behind her ears, all that good stuff, I'm going to have to ask you to slide on in. Now, speaking of sliding on in, this floor has got a really, really cheap carpet on it, so the chairs kind of stick, and that one doesn't even have wheels on it. You have got to make this person comfortable. You're making her feel welcome here, all right? If you've got the fancy hardwood floors, you can't have her on like racing rollers, all right? You can't have her like stand up and the chair ends up across the room. You can't have her go to sit down and the chair slides away from her. It's unsafe and it's unprofessional and it's just not very nice to her. If you have that situation, do something about it. Fix it, change it, put down a rug, take the wheels off the chair, whatever you might need. Are you in fact comfortable in that chair?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's good.
Great. All right. A recycled kitchen chair from one of our old ones. Good, good. All right. I have one of the traditional optician stools or doctor stools. It's adjustable for height a little bit. I can move up, I can move down. If she is taller, shorter, a little kid, gigantic, I can move myself around a little bit, so I'm a little bit more on level with her, looking straight, level into her eyes when I'm taking measurements. It's really important. So we've got a 2-foot table. Width-wise, let's see. Total length here with my gizmos and gadgets, got about 68 inches, pushing the 6-foot mark. And you wouldn't want a whole lot less than that, depending on how much stuff you choose to do down this end, which is where we're headed. You certainly want room for her to be able to put her bag down. Generally, it's my experience, when we tend to put them on the floor down there, they don't generally forget them or anything, so that's not a bad spot for them. If she had a bottle of water or something, certainly if that's okay in your store, she could set it up here. And of course, the more important thing is she has a place to put the glasses that she's actually interested in. She chose these 3. We've narrowed it down to that. We need those 3 so that we can go over them again. Let's say you wanted to try on that pink one. Why don't you go ahead and do that? Why don't we take another look at that? Okay. And what did I do? I reached for the mirror and I put it there. Okay, she doesn't need to go doing that. She doesn't want to. I'm helping her. She's my customer. It's customer service. I'm ready for her. Again, you don't want enough room here that you or yourself, nobody's knocking stuff off. Nothing's falling on the floor there. All right, I've got some cleaning cloths out. I mentioned I had cleaning cloths in this drawer as well, but you're going to be using the heck out of them. I've got some spray used in combination with the cleaning cloths. It's good. Generally speaking, you don't want to use this. Most people will pull the drawer out in order to do adjustments. If I needed to tighten up this, most people pull the drawer and use it like so. If you don't, then you might want to use the Sios wedge. That would give you a place to work on something without damaging your tabletop. And of course, it's sturdy and it's soft, so you're not marring anything. So probably not a bad idea to have something. You might have the little rubber block or the drawer. At the very least, you're going to want a multi-head screwdriver in one of the drawers. This is a really nice set. This covers everything. This has got Phillips in different sizes and flat in different sizes, so you're never at a loss. It's pretty enough that you can leave it on the desktop and not be ashamed of it. That's not always the case with some of these optical tools. So that's what's nice about that one. But again, at the very least, you'd want some drawers, some screwdrivers tossed in your drawers. Because here's the thing, what's going to happen is you get more and more experienced. What you're going to do is she's going to be trying this stuff on, and you're going to have her glasses. Go ahead, you can try that, right? And while she's doing that and we're talking stuff, I'm actually going to be doing one of these, all right? I'm not even looking, I'm just feeling, okay, and this seal is pretty loose, right? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, yep, yeah, oh yeah, I really do like that one. And that'll work really well with the progressive. Let's try that one more time, right? And she's looking at that, and I'm over here, I'm doing, and you know, I can practically do this without looking. I can tighten this up for her. Good. Okay. Doesn't even know what I just did, but I just tightened up her glasses. This arm isn't flopping around anymore. Just nice customer service stuff, right? I've got my tool selection. Again, you would want at least a handful of these in the drawer. Would I need every one of these? Probably not, but really nice to have. Certainly the soft round jaw, hinge alignment plier, soft, which is always a great choice. Frame shaper, more kind of a lab in the back kind of thing. Certainly nose pad pliers, by all means, round. You'll develop your own toolkit choices when you get more experience. You definitely would want some tools handy, either out like this, looking good, or in the drawer. Because again, you're going to be making some adjustments for people prior to taking measurements sometimes. That leaves us with our EY stick, which is for our Opticam measuring system, which we've done the video on, but we're going to do another one as well. And we've got our frame warmer. Now, if I took one of these frames, brand new, fresh acetate, everything's good, it's warm in here, it's actually getting hot in here, I could bend these frames all day without having to heat them. Now, her old pair, I don't know how long she's had them, they've been through a couple winters, it's kind of cold outside, they're a little brittle, dried out. Well, if I needed to make an adjustment on those, then I would want to heat that frame up. Not everybody keeps a frame warmer at the dispensing table. You tend to move that kind of in the back away from the customer. It's one of those things where you don't want the uh-oh moment or anything like that. Take your time. But some people will keep these here, and you know, that's a decent unit. Doesn't take up a whole lot of room, heats up real nice. Now, I think we're already at the end of our walk down the optician's dispensing table. Let's just say the next thing we would have to do once we go through all of the rest of the choosing of the lenses, choosing add-ons, taking measurements, and you've decided on this frame. I've either written up the order, I've got her name here, I've got the name either in the tablet or on the computer, I've made a printout. Probably the one time I might leave the dispensing table and go take that printout if the printer's not right here, because you want to keep everything together with her name, especially if she's buying more than one pair. Otherwise, you can get into trouble really fast. So I've got that. And then the other thing I'd absolutely positively have to do is write her name, put that in the tray, and now we're safe to move around and not lose anything. So, believe it or not, I think that is pretty much a wrap up on our walk down the dispensing table. Do you have anything you'd like to add to that?
It was nice that you didn't leave the table. That actually, yes, that makes a lot of sense that the confidence level stays high.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up again, because another thing, especially if you have the tablet system, is as soon as you get more than 2 people per tablet, It's one of those things you're looking around for. So be careful in that. You almost kind of sort of, if you have full-time employees, you really need a tablet measuring system per dispensing table or per employee, because otherwise you're into that, oh, where is that? What about that? And oh, you forgot to charge it up. And then, oh, so it gets real awkward really fast. If you have a couple of spares, not quite so awkward. All right, next time we get together, we are going to actually talk about meeting our customer, literally as they come through the door, and Concy's going to come over to our frame board and start grabbing frames, and I'm going to intervene. Thank you so much for watching. If you are watching us on YouTube, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there in the corner. If you're watching us on Facebook, please give us a like. Make absolutely certain that every lens that you're selling across your dispensing table comes from Laramy-K. And I'll see you again next week. I've got a tray here stuffed in. Let's see. Oh boy, what have I done here?